on to 7.2 curriculum and instruction report. Mr. Upton.
Sorry, this didn't make it to your board packet. I promise for the next meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's been a busy first week and a half. You can see here I've got general updates, math pilot, Title I, CDC, PDC, federal grant amendments, and Section 31A reporting. First of all, I made it a point to get out to all the elementary schools on the open house night. It was fantastic. There was just such an energy and vibe in the buildings. One thing I noted was that many staff members actually had activities at the students' desks and takeaways that the students could take with them. So that was great to see. I went to all the buildings on the first day of school and interacted with the staff and the students and really got a feel for the district, and it was very exciting to me to see the staff in action and the students just excited to come back to school. You can hear about that, but when you feel it, it energized me. So I was excited about that. On the 4th, I attended a federal and state grant professional development. It was extremely informative. One of the things that's being revamped is the Section 31A, the way that you disperse funds, and some of those regulations that are in place. So that's ongoing and being sealed up by the state right now. So that's something that I learned about and was very helpful. I met with Rick Schaffner on the 29th to talk about the transition of the curriculum department and just make sure all our ducks are in a row and we're moving along in the right direction. I'll be meeting with Naomi Norman from the ISD this week, again, to talk about transition of the department and to talk about assessment data and moving forward, because she's had her hands in that for district here. So I'm excited about those collaborative opportunities that are going to open up after that meeting. Our math pilots are moving along. We have everyday math and math expressions that are being piloted in the schools. Made it a point to talk about pre-assessment data, mid-assessment data, and post-assessment data. So we're really looking at the data and collecting survey information from the staff to make sure we make the right decision for the students moving forward with whatever pilot program we're going to choose. We're also going to have somewhat of a, did you have a question?
Well, I do, but I'll wait.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We're also going to look at some of the classrooms that are not piloting and use the assessment on them as well, so we can really compare non-piloting classrooms to piloting. Gather as much data as we can to make a great decision. Also, I met with Peter Kudlak, who's assistant superintendent and the curriculum guy over at Milan, and he invited us. He's part of this professional learning community at the ISD that supports the everyday math initiatives throughout the county. So he invited us, our teachers, our piloters of the everyday math, to be a part of that professional learning community. So I was really excited about that. We have some external support, people that are already in place doing this, to offer some training, to offer some just all-out support from our staff that might be here. Title I, I've arranged for Principal David Northrop to attend a Title I boot camp in Jackson on the 23rd. This is similar to the PD that I went to, but it's specifically for Title I principals. He's very excited about it. I think he's going to get some great information. We're going to be able to put heads together and do its best with the Title I funds for our students. So that's an exciting thing that just happened this week. I met with the Title I committee of Elementary last week to get to know them and processes. We were talking about selection of Title I students and closing the gap and looking at that top 30, bottom 30, and really doing what's best for the students in need there at the BRIC. So I got to know them and look into the decision-making process. One of the things that came up was increasing parent-parental involvement at the Title I parent meetings. So I'm going to meet with the current parent coordinator, and we're going to talk about some ways that we could spend money, where we need to spend money, not just throw money at the problem, but looking at what's working, what's not, what strategies are going to be the best to bring bodies in and to bring parents into those meetings. And I'll meet with her actually tomorrow. The CDC and the PDC, Jackie Schock, is working on the process of getting all the committee members for the 2014-15 school year. Once we have that, I've got the meeting set, the calendar, we're going to disperse that, and we're going to hit the ground running with those. Federal grant amendments, I'm gonna start working on those once we get, in late fall, we'll get our carryover dollar information and any new money that we might be getting, so I can make those amendments and we can spend the money in the right place. And then section 31A reporting, the documents are going out this week to report back to the state where we're spending the money and who needs the money in the state. And that's what I've got.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to your math pilot, and my question is really it's financial, but it's something that we need to think about. Should we decide on a math program, is how much money is in the textbook line item, and as we look at that, how much are we projecting that is going to cost?
Yeah, that's a great point. It's definitely something that we have to go into that decision-making process.
Okay.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember if we reduced that at all. I don't remember. So just as we move forward, we really need to keep that in mind. Good work. It was good to see you at all the open houses.
Yeah.
Any comments or questions? All right. Thanks, Rick. 7.3 finance report.
Good evening, everybody. Start off with just a few highlights of what's happening in the business office at this point in time. On September 2nd, our new accounting supervisor contacted through Raymond started. His sole responsibility at this time is focusing on preparation of the 2013-14 year-end audit. And right now he's totally entrenched in paperwork, looking, trying to put these together. In addition to that, I've been meeting with, I've met with several department heads to discuss the details of the current budget for 2015 in order to get a better understanding of the details of what's comprised in all of these lines, so I have a sense of what we need to know moving forward in terms of decisions for the future. Also, as I mentioned earlier, I'm also reaching out to WDEE to see what we can do about reducing the cost in the local area. In addition to that, you all have a packet that I have included in your board packet addressing some of the issues and concerns that have been noted since at the last meeting and since the last meeting. The first concern I'd like to address is contracted services regarding Mr. Solly and Mr. Tingle. I've gone back through the budget history for 2013-14 and going through that and speaking with Mr. Tingle, walking through the financial reports that were used to comprise, come up with the deficit elimination plan for June 30th, 2014. I can confirm that the invoices related to 2013-14 were included in the budget line that was used to calculate the DEP. I've put together, what I've done is I went to the actual source and pulled those actual lines where these charges had been, and just to demonstrate that yes, those budget lines did in fact increase to cover those costs. In addition to that, to addressing the 2013-14, I also did an analysis of fiscal services budget for this current year, and did an analysis breaking out where there would be some savings based on the current budget as it stands now for the Director of Business Services salary and budget line. We have a savings there roughly $25,289. I've also looked at business office staff and accountant salary, taking into account those salary dollars and salary and benefit dollars, backing off the Raymond contract, which is, has started to take in place. When I take that amount, we have a surplus in there right now, 41,000, which I'm calling a wash at this point because there are salaries and benefits for the staff leading up to this transition period that need to be covered. So I'm using those dollars to cover those salaries. And then the contract services, billings to date for school and municipal advisory services and teaching professional business services around the half. There's a total of that total there netted off against the budget puts us in a deficit of $25,500. I'm using the salary dollars from the Director of Business Services line, that surplus, I'm using that to cover the over expenditure in the contracted services line. So net effect in the fiscal services department, we're currently sitting with $305 deficit. But what I'd like to let everyone know is that currently the budget dollars that we're looking at, those dollars are fluid. For example, in audit expenses, which is another line within another department, we budgeted $25,000. The proposal that we have set in front of us for approval is only for $20,000, so there's a $5,000 savings there, which will help to offset that $305, as well as any other additional overages that may come up. We are moving money around as decisions are being made, and so I would not really focus on specific lines. I'm trying to get a handle on each area, meeting with individuals to get an understanding of what's taking place, and using the dollars the dollars where we need to, moving dollars from areas where we know that we're going to be under and covering that area. Right now, I'm feeling fairly confident that we are within budget with everything for this current year. As far as 2013-14, I know Mr. Tebow's working on that diligently to come up with it. There are a number of issues that are still being looked at and addressed. But as far as the two areas of concern with the contracted services, I can safely say that those dollars have been accounted for.
Okay, questions? So the last budget amendment we approved, which is what our current DEP is based on, has these numbers in there for T2 professional services and school and municipal advisory services.
Correct.
Okay, so as far as the DEP is concerned, for the 13-14 budget, and as far as our starting budget is concerned, those numbers will not change because of this item, these two items.
Correct.
Okay.
And when was the date of that last budget amendment?
That was
July 5th, the end of July.
July 28th.
Okay, so then, as far as invoices for those two items that we've accrued in the 14-15 fiscal year, that's what we're talking about, savings, offsetting.
some areas of savings were offsetting some invoices, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
What I've listed here is what we paid to date.
Okay.
And as you all know, there's, Mr. Key was still
Correct.
working, so there will be additional charges, which, I'm trying to keep to a minimum. He's not in the office very often these days, so we're doing a lot by phone. He's trying to minimize the cost as much as possible. I'm sailing the ship on my own these days.
So what I hear you saying is that we absorbed approximately $60,000 in the 2013-14 budget amendment for just Mr. Selby. Because he turned in two invoices of $38,000 and $22,000 respectively. So, just trying to understand what you're telling us. So we absorbed that into our 2013-14 budget. How do we do that? Where did that money come from? I guess that's my question. Where did it come from? Because from what we've been told, we didn't really have that in our budget. So I guess I'm a little confused as to how all that works. I will tell you honestly, I'm trying to wrap my brain around it right now, and I really need a little more time to study that. And maybe it's a conversation that I can have with you.
As to where that came from, I'm not sure that I can answer that question. All I can demonstrate to you at this point, without going into a fairly detailed analysis of that report, as well as having conversations with the individuals that put that report together, all I can do at this point is demonstrate to you that the adopted budget in February of 2014, for example, on the Board of Education Purchase Services line, which is where Mr. Sobey's expenses were charged, it was $7,500 in February, and the budget that they were working with on June 9th had increased from $7,500 to $81,000. Where that money was pulled from, I don't know. And the same applies to business office contracted services. The adopted budget in February was $24,388. The June 9th budget that was the numbers that was used to come up with the deficit elimination plan went from $24,000 to $146,000. Those are the two lines where those invoices were charged. And I went back to the actual general ledger detail to ensure that that's where those invoices were charged, and that's where they do show up.
So I guess the struggle for me is trying to understand if we had no money and then we can cover this, it had to come from somewhere. So I recognize that you're saying that, this is what you're looking at, and this is what you have. So that's a significant jump from $7,500 to $81,000. So well, the other jump's even bigger, $24,000 to $146,000. So, okay, and I understand what you're saying about it's fluid and you're moving dollars to cover things. Okay, but that's a significant movement of something. So who can tell us where this pulled from? Because it's very concerning that this is such a substantial jump and we can't definitively state where it came from, because the worry for me is that we will find out sometime later where this came from and then have to deal with that, say, well, I guess I'm wondering, who can tell us where this came from?
I don't have an answer for you at this point, but I'll certainly find out.
This easily as well been worked into the budget. This is on line item.
Well, I didn't hear your question.
I said, could it also as easily have been worked into the budget as its own line item?
Wow, exactly.
I don't believe that's,
I don't believe that.
no, I don't believe that's the case either. Okay, so I'm still a little confused by all that. And so any information that you can provide to us that would clarify, okay, I would appreciate it. And if you can get that out to the full public, we would appreciate that. Okay. Any other questions? Were you finished? Thank you so much for providing that information. Appreciate it. Justin, you have the question?
I guess I just been sitting here struck by the two positions because I understand that without having done that work,
Right.
it's hard for you to understand where the funding came from. I
guess
also,
there's not a roadmap telling you. okay,
Correct.
put something
And-
here,
and I-
to there.
and I
Mr.
understand
Tebow,
that.
Right.
I completely understand that, but I am struggling because it's not the first time we asked this question. We asked it well prior to you coming here, and so there are those that had intimate knowledge of this budget, and that is directly where the answer needs to come from. I do not feel that we would be using Joanne's time wisely by having her dig down into this. I think that there are others that owe us that answer.
I can certainly. Any other comments or questions? All right. You're good? Okay. And certainly Mr. Tebow did say it was a complicated journey.
Certainly.
All right. 7.4, Public Relations and Marketing Report. Ms. Curry?
Good evening. Just wanted to update people on a few things. So yesterday was our first test of the school messenger system. So our entire calling system was put to the test, and it seems to work beautifully. We continue to use the social media. That's my number one way of getting information out the fastest. The calling systems and it worked well. So I'm glad to see that went off easily and quickly, and people got the calls that they're supposed to get. This week is the week that we're going to be doing student data uploads. So the media center checkouts should begin this week. And things were testing on again. We wait for the second week so that we have as many kids into the system as possible. So if we did it before the first day of school, everybody came in last week, we would have to hand enter. So it always has been done second week, and we're now working, that's what I spent my day today doing, so we have to start doing media center checkouts and start doing some testing. The biggest thing that we've been working on is enrollments. We speak to that, and there's just a couple of notes I wanted to mention as well. Our school of choice apps so far have been at 63. The largest majority are from Exciting Schools at 41, and then your schools at 13. And also we will be accepting schools goes through September 30th. So we have still doing enrollments off of those school of choice. I wanted to remind everybody that the numbers that are being done through projections of enrollments are head count and not FTE count, so that they are different, but just as a reminder, they're head counts. And to piggyback off of what was said earlier, our projections are overall a little lower, but where they are low is in our off-campus program. So our on-campus programs are currently, as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, over 100 extra kids on campus than projected. Where we are lower is on our off-campus WAVE program. Those are the kids who are in danger of dropout. We had projected 85, and we're currently at 57. That's good. That means that we're retaining those kids on campus and they're getting their education through the high school as opposed to going off campus. So we are doing what we need to maintain those kids where we need to be. So overall, it's looking very positive, cautiously optimistic on our enrollments. We are still enrolling. We were averaging anywhere from 20 to 30 kids a day last week, and we expect to maintain some of that this week, especially at the youngest grades. It's not uncommon for us to get kindergarten through the next 2 weeks. So it's odd, but yes, they do kind of start to filter in. Somebody comes in and goes, oh, yeah, I figured, I thought about this, we need to get them in, those kind of things. So we're still optimistic that some of those younger grades are going to continue to come in. And we'll keep you updated as the information updates.
Remember that then can also lead to fluctuations in transportation schedules and transportation routing and who rides what bus. And so that sometimes is very, very difficult for parents to understand. So that I understand clearly, we're plus 100, give or take, right now.
On campus, yes.
What's our overall? Down.
We are, yes, but that's because we projected higher in our off-campus dropout alternative ed program. That is where we have 28 less kids going to that program, so we are paying for 28 less kids to go to that program. So the positive part is our on-campus kids are over 100 extra kids are coming here. And we receive the full foundation allowance for those.
As opposed to 15 or 10% of the foundation allowance for the alternative program.
Correct.
Whatever it is. Jennifer?
Well, and so then there was also a large jump in our projected 9th and 11th grade numbers.
Yes.
I'm assuming that the 11th grade is mainly probably those wages, or is that wrong? Okay.
We haven't identified that information,
Okay.
that's next on the list to do.
And then,
And we hope that all of our efforts from the spring
yeah,
kept our 8th graders coming here,
That's-
brought the charter schools over. That's the information we're going to be looking at now.
okay, that's great. That's what I was going to ask, if we can look at those additional 60 kids and what was going to
Because the projections would have been made off of previous year's 8th to 9th
Right.
for several years going. With the extra efforts in marketing, we were hopefully retaining those kids from 8th to 9th and bringing the charter schools in.
Well, it's a phenomenal jump, and a great thank you and congratulations to everyone in their efforts to make that happen. So.
And our projections at the elementary aren't that far off.
Mm-hmm.
The kindergarten, that's the lowest, and as I said, we do expect them to trickle in over the next few weeks, which has been stable.
So one more comment on the calling system. I'm hoping that you can add the Board of Education and all staff. I understand that not all staff got notified. It was a combination of the phone tree and the robocalling. So if we can, make sure that everyone's notified. I think only 2 board members got a call from the system that would be whoever had kids in the school system. So I think it's important that the Board of Education is notified too, so that we're able to disseminate out what we know. So. And that's my responsibility to notify the Board of Education. So if you were anticipating or expecting a call from me and did not get it, no, I didn't, just like we don't on snow day morning. I'm just asking to be added to the calling system.
Our calling system will allow that. What it does, it's an automated student pullover. We have to add everybody else by hand, which is why that step just doesn't happen.
Okay, thanks. Trustee McMahon?
I'm just waiting for a segue if she's done. I was at an additional question, was we had a transition to the website where we had, now we're acquiring our board packets. I know from the seniors that we were forwarded by alternative channels our newsletter. Is that going to be available this next time?
Yes. Just that, they had pages, they did not move over the same, and just haven't gotten them back up. They want to know this.
There's all kinds of conspiracy rumors of why that
It's
happened.
It's just, you know, it's on my list.
I was just gonna add, when they're doing on the doing some homework, and it's just kind of much something, but
Okay.
that's all.
We did have some concerns over the lunch, not working the week before, being able to put some money on. We were able to find out what that was.
All right. Thank you very much.